sure Z can decrypt this for us. Imperials met their match. Dagon's nowhere to be seen.
Well, we got a good idea where he's headed. Meet you at the top.
I bet Z can get the data off this disk. No lift platform here. Perfect timing.
Road you on. I'll find a place to land.
What do you want with the observatory?
What? We're just following orders!
Just a pawn? Do you carry a communication device?
Yes!
Activate it, now. My name is Dagan Gera. Your attack here has failed and your soldiers' lives are forfeit.
I did what you asked. Let me go!
All right.
Get out of here. I was doing fine until you showed up.
Have mercy!
Nothing about mercy in the code.
Ah!
Almost here. I can feel it.
Die! Enemy is wielding a laser sword! You shouldn't be here! Check the target. I'm ready for this.
Another stem. Here you go.
Pathetic. You kept me thinking, Jedi. Dagan Gera chose me to end your pathetic little life.
Your master chose poorly.
Lad. Nice.
Dagon's throwing everything he has at us, huh? Change the angle. We'll have to find another way around. There's our man.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Had to swat a few bedlam flies to make a landing.
No problem. We got a whole swarm of them up ahead.
Nah. You ready for this, brother?
Let's get that compass.
Imps are just about cleaned out of here, huh?
They underestimated the Bedlam Raiders.
Dagon may be delusional, but he's got an army that believes in him.
They think he's taking them to Tanalor.
Oh, my dead body. Man, will you look at this place? Incredible. Just incredible.
We caught one as he tried to escape.
Please, I surrender!
This is the army that ended the mighty Jedi Order? Kill him.
Just look at this tech. You know, my daughter loves gadgets.
Yeah?
Her favorite is this black market scanner I took off a HUD enforcer. What a mess of a father I've been.
Nobody's perfect. You're fighting to give her a better life.
You're right. All of this. It's for her. Hope we're not too late. If Dagon gets off planet with the compass.
He flies out of here and we never see him again.
Well, then let's pick up the pace. Make sure that doesn't happen.
Where are all the raiders?
I don't like the look of this.
We're nearly at the top.
No going back now.
Breathe.
That Latero sure knows how to cook, I'll give him that. You sure you want to push that button?
Do we have a choice?
All right, let's do this. One for you, one for me.
Kind of you to share.
Eliminate the Jedi. Eliminate the Jedi.
Fight coming. You ready, brother?
Submit.
Pushing on it!
Light him up.
Good job.
You play with me, the game is rigged from the start. Guess we found the party. Light 'em up! Keep going! Good call. See this, BB? Figures for round 3.
Round 3 already? I've lost count.
What do you think you're doing with that thing?
Jedi stuff. Don't worry about it.
Show off. Expensive toys, huh? Those Republic scientists had it good.
Observatory's up ahead.
Right behind the army of Bedlam droids. Need a target, Cal! Solid work, brother. Target down. Keep pushing. No holding back now.
Tossing a detonator.
Detonator! Almost there, Cal. This is it.
Ally down.
Nice. We're close. Hope you saved some for Dagon.
I'm ready. How about you, BD?
We got... Ready, Cal?
Yeah.
The shuttles are leaving. I will not return. Seek me out, or go to Tanalor. That is yours to decide. May
I
the
guess he
Force
got the
be with
message
you.
a few years too late.
If Centauri had only stood with me, we could have convinced the Council that Tanalor was worth the sacrifice. Now she's gone. Ravis is gone. The Order is gone and I am free!
You're not free, Dagon. You're alone.
Why are you here when your true enemy is out there? How could you let the galaxy fall to this unworthy machine of an empire? You think yourself a survivor, but you are a failure!
They haven't beaten us. Not yet.
Now who is blinded by the past? Within the Abyss, the Empire cannot reach us. I will forge these raiders into an elite army led by disciples trained in the Force at my temple. Then, when the time is right, I will strike out and cleanse this galaxy with fire.
We've already got an Emperor. Give us the compass.
And why would I do that?
Because I'm a father who's running out of options. And you're standing in the way of a better life for my little girl. You hand it over, or I will put you down.
What small dreams you cling to. Enough! Tanalor beckons.
Oh no, I hit him!
You're an embarrassment! I'm simply... You're still chained by the past. It will be your grave. You will not stop me. How pathetic. How does it feel to know that you're about to die? That your life meant nothing? Don't resist. You can't hide from me. Ah, yes. I feel it. Loss, suffering, shame, anger. There's immense power in such emotions, but you were too weak. And now it's too late.
Shuttles are leaving. I will not return. You're lost. You've strayed from the path. And you are no Jedi.
Tanalor
Please. Tell me this is real. What happened?
Some kind of force hallucination. Fueled by fear. I use his against him.
Not so scary now. Still in one piece. BD? Give you some good news.
Maybe Dagon was right.
You sure you're not still, you know?
Think about it. Tanalor's a fortress. We should use it for the hidden path. Gather allies, train. They'd never see us coming.
I don't know, that seems risky.
Everything is at risk so long as the Empire's around. Besides, you don't want Kata spending her whole life in hiding, do you?
If she's safe, Cal? Yeah. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I understand that. But someday, someone's gonna have to face the Empire. Why not us? I bet Cordova can fix us up. Let's head back to Jeddah.
Sure. I'm gonna take a look around first, see if I can find a manual for that thing or something.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. You saved my neck. Again. Thanks.
You go ahead, Cal. I'm sure the crew can't wait to hear the news.
Meet you back at the Mantis.
much indeed.
What is it?
The fabled farfish. Its tail is one riven with greed, soaked to the bone with tragedy. There are scant few far left on account of their succulent glands. But I do not intend to harvest the poor creature for its organs. I intend to bring it back to the saloon, where I might one day find a mate for it.
Playing matchmaker, huh? You found another fawfish before?
No, but fishing's about leaving the world better than you found it. A ripple's only as good as the stone you cast. Now for a tale, lad.
So, Scuba, back to your story. Were you actually marooned in deep space by Captain Wet?
Aye, lad. There I sat, tummy a-rumble, gazing out at the void. My somber reflection staring back from the porthole. Was it hours? Years? Neither would faze me. But I do recall this. After a term most interminable, there she was, like a bowsprit cutting through a crest. A great space whale, still sporting the grapnel's imprint on her side, emerged from a parted void. Aye, even now it brings the salt to my eyes. Her great blubbery undulations tossed me pod through the stars like a goose-winged skiff. The stars swirled about like 100,000 fishes, until suddenly I saw a planet below. There my pod crashed, and there I was rescued by kindly locals. I had been saved by this marvelous creature from the depth of space. I tried searching for her. Alas, to no avail. She eluded me for years before I packed my satchel and headed home for Sakari Tar. Most didn't believe what I'd seen. They say she was not but the terminal spasm of a starving salt's brain. But I know what I saw, lad. I know what I saw. Of course, when I returned home, things were not as I remembered them. But that'd be a tale for another time.
There is only the Force.
Grab a spot at the bar. Gotta hand it to you, Cal. Wherever you go, the action surely follows.
Hey, you wanted customers, right?
That I did. The place is packed. And if we keep going at this rate, we're gonna need a bouncer.
Well, maybe Mosey's looking for some extra income.
Interesting proposition. If I had to put my life in someone else's hands, it'd be Mosey's. Sorry, Cal. Lots of thirsty customers.
Okay, what should we listen to? How about this?
A bartender's job is never done.
Say, Cal, what do you make of this place?
It's not too shabby. Lots of potential.
Yes, well, anything has potential if you squint hard enough.
What about you? You seem to spend a lot of time here.
What do I think? I'll lay it out for you. This place violates about 24 business fundamentals, giddily deploys false advertising practices, and is riddled with moles I daren't investigate. And yet, it serves drinks and doesn't close its doors when the Bedlam Raiders march into town. That's more than you can say for any other establishment on this rock. Talk later, hmm?
Hey, Toa. You mentioned things were changing at the Academy before you left.
It started when the Empire began dumping credits into our projects. Unlimited budget to fund our research. Great, right?
But there were strings attached.
Yes. We came under constant pressure from Imperial censors to conform to their propaganda. Anyone who did not play along was pushed out in favor of stooges whose work would never stand up under peer review.
No Moff or Governor wants to publish views that question Imperial dominance.
I mean, I understand. The censors have their own careers to think of.
It's okay, Toa. You don't have to defend a corrupt system.
No, I guess not. We'll talk soon.
Hey, Cal. Let's talk another time. Mine's racing with ideas right now.
Cal, I heard you stopped the raiders. Well, you're not the only one with amazing news.
Oh, yeah?
Brace yourself. I found a shell.
Well, look at you. A shell. That's great.
The symmetry, the hand feel, the way it stays cool in the Kobo heat. It all keeps me calm.
Really happy for you, Turkle. Just don't tell anyone else. Don't want them to get jealous.
That's a good point. I'll keep it to myself, promise. What a day. You saved the outpost, I found a shell. Things are looking up. Hi, Cal.
You ever get homesick, Tulot?
From time to time, there are quite a few things I miss.
Like what?
The many rivers, bloody trout leaping over the current, and the food that I crave.
Oh, yeah?
Handmade dumplings stuffed with potato and kushnip. I miss the taste of banson, a minty spice that enlivens every taste bud.
You should talk to Grease. Maybe he can whip something up that reminds you of home.
A wise suggestion, Sojourner. Now is not the time to speak.
Kestis putting the kibosh on the raiders? Look at you!
I doubt they're gone. Just a little bruised.
Still, I'm impressed. Without a leader, they're gonna lose a lot of oomph.
Yeah? There's an open spot at the top of the raider ladder. You interested?
No thanks. Too much heat. But you're right. If I had to guess, something big and mean is gonna swallow up those raiders.
Don't like the sound of that.
I didn't think you would. Heads up, killer. Sork Tormos just doubled your bounty and one of the Brood's top killers has come to collect. The name's Hilioso, but the guild knows him as the Closer. He's brought a small army to Jeddah looking for you.
Small army, huh? We're ready.
That's what I like to hear. Take down a heavy hitter like Hilioso and you'll be making a statement.
Always something to do.
Best selection in the system, guaranteed.
Can't go wrong with this.
Practically giving that away.
Hey, everyone. I have an announcement. I found a... No, never mind. Forget I said anything.
All right, you old bat. I'm in.
There's the bonehead I know. Come back later, yeah? Cal, just in time. The old grouch just made the best decision of his life.
Yeah?
Uh-huh. I'm done pounding sand. Reckon we're ready for a big score.
The big score. The one we've been waiting for. Sitting right under the imps' noses. Got a tip about some derelict Imperial equipment up on the mountain. Prospectors have been too yellow to go for it. But we ain't yellow.
We sure ain't.
This time tomorrow, we'll be sitting pretty on an industrial fuel injector.
This is a bad plan. There's an Imperial garrison on that mountain.
Barely even heard the plan.
Ah, don't bother, Brock. There are sayers, and there are doers. The doers do, and the sayers squawk about it.
Garagos. They fight to the bitter end, don't they? Especially when they're injured.
Yeah, they do.
A lot of beasts are like that. I learned the hard way on a family outing once. My first time leading. Tracked a Kivaroa back to its nest. It was killing livestock. No other choice but to put it down. Played the approach perfectly. Found an opening. But my family was watching, so I decided to get a little bit fancy. Lost my concentration. One of its legs slams down, inches away from cracking my spine. Mama pushed it aside in the nick of time. And finished that Kivaroa no frills.
That's a close call.
Yep. Hey, you corner something, it'll do what it needs to survive. Even when you have the upper hand, never underestimate your prey. Cal, glad you're here. There's talk of a giant piazza nesting in an animal graveyard on the far side of the valley. Figured you want to check it out.
You figured right.
Look at you. Already sounding like a local. Oh, before I forget, I heard there were a pair of newcomers over by the stone spires. I want to look for them.
I already found them. They're gonna start a holotactics table at Pyloon's.
Now we're talking. Piazza that size, well, just don't take it lightly.
I won't. Thanks, Mosey.
Be seeing you.
So you got the compass, yeah? Well, guess that's it. Next stop, Jedi, and then, you know, it rhymes with Mandalore.
Sure you're ready to leave Pyloon's behind?
I gotta admit, it's in good hands. And this ain't a one-way trip. We can still visit, right?
Just have to be careful.
Sure. I was more of a risk taker when I was younger. These days, I just want a place to call home. I'm excited to see Seer again. Those anchorites, though, not so much. We going to Jeddah or what?
Cal? When we were fighting Dagon, those hallucinations, what were they for you?
Friends, suffering because they followed me. I couldn't do anything to stop it.
I saw Kata in her room, stormtroopers coming for her, breaking down the door. But you know what? That's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Thanks for being there and having my back.
No. Thank you, brother. We're closer than ever to giving the people we love real safety. Just enjoying this place while I can. May not see it for a while. Hope Cordova can fix that compass.
Cal, you've missed a right squall around here. Where have you been?
Here and there.
Well, you're here now. Did you hear about Turgle's shell?
Actually, yeah. I did hear that one.
What a sight, eh? Can't hardly believe the little bloke pulled it out of the wash.
You two have too much time on your hands.
You ought to keep an ear to the ground, kid. News like this doesn't find itself.
You asked how life was different in my day. For one, I believe we were more charitable to one another.
Yeah. The Empire has everyone so afraid they just look out for themselves. What was it like back then?
Once I was running an errand for Master Kree, very time-sensitive business. I moved with such haste, I blew out my motivator. I was perfectly aware and completely immobile. Most embarrassing.
How'd you get moving again?
By chance, a friendly bystander diagnosed my predicament and graciously installed a replacement.
That's generous. Out here, they'd probably scrap you for parts. How'd you repay them?
I didn't. I never saw him again, but weeks later, I was able to help someone else. That chain of kindness kept the Republic going. For a while. We'll speak later. Go on, sit forth. How glad I am to share with a friend.
Done.
Certainly, Cal. A strong choice, certainly.
I know that look.
What look? I don't have a look.
Dagon. His army. Those were long odds. Even for you.
I didn't let my past control me. Dagon's overwhelmed him. To be honest, I had no idea if I could. I had to believe.
Well, I knew you would come back.
Of course. You're not getting rid of me that easily.
We should go back to Jeddah soon. Seer and Cordova are waiting.
Cal, we were just discussing what we should renovate next.
Just lots else to fix around here. Thanks to the raiders, you know.
Yes, of course, but surely we can find something a bit more inspiring for our next project than a water pump.
I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Not now, dear.
So, it looks like we aren't the only ones who found romance on Kobo.
What, Turgle and Two locked? I don't think that's in the stars.
Come now, Cal. That delightfully dark Maven has been casting wayward glances at you.
Marin? What was the look?
She's a hard one to read. You, however, couldn't be more obvious. So, what are you waiting for?
Good question. A lot going on right now.
Okay, don't get so caught up that you miss the small things, because those are the things you'll remember.
Zig's right, Cal. I spent most of my life ensnared by opulence. None of that seems very important now.
Let's chat later.
Okay, this is really impressive.
Wonderful. New seeds. Plant one. I'll share its details.
Any family back home, Peely?
They did not survive the Imperial occupation.
I'm so sorry.
I appreciate that. My parents and siblings were soft-spoken, but all of them were defiant.
Like you.
I suppose. Now all I have are my plants. They are defiant in their own way. Vines can rise in the harshest temperatures. Roots penetrate the thickest ferrocrete. That is how we will defeat the Empire. Time.
Is there any plant you can't grow?
There was a rare subspecies of a Pulia blossom that I found quite stubborn.
You still seem frustrated by it.
No, of course not. Well, yes. It sticks with me, this one, I suppose. No matter what I did, where I planted it, how I treated the soil, it refused to grow. It was like it was acting out of spite, like a petulant child. Turns out, that subspecies of Pulia blossom only grows in the wild.
It only wanted to grow on its own.
That's right. You have the mind of a true botanist. We can talk later. I was hoping you'd find seeds like that. Put one in the ground. I'll share what I've learned. A new specimen? Fascinating. Finish planting it, and I'll tell you what I know.
Let's stop for a moment.